Welcome back to Design Bundles YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today I'm going to show you how to make this 3D paper craft. So we are going to be cutting out 4 different layers here to create these super cute gift tags that you're going to be able to stick on little candies like this, or maybe you want to stick them on somebody's Easter basket, a coffee mug, or whatever you want to. So you can make these whatever size that you want. I do believe I made them around 3 inches or so. So I'm going to show you how we're going to layer them. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So this is the design right here. So this is the little tag. It comes in 4 different layers. Now you can change these layers up to whatever colors you want to. You can do them all like a soft pastel or even all neon colors if you wanted to. Lots of different things you can do here. Now, the file that I'm using today is linked down below. And if you guys are a Plus member, it's only 1+ credit. Now, there's a few different ways. I do believe there's one that's a bunny. So there's several different ways this was actually designed out. So definitely check it out. But this is the one that I'm using today. So we've got our very back layer, which is the orange layer. We have the next one, which is pink. So this is for the ears. And then we have the green layer right here, which is for our grass. And then we have our next layer here, which is the white on top, which is for the bunny. Now, a few things that I've added in here is I've made these little bitty bows like this, just using some ribbon. So I've just got this ribbon here, and I do believe this one is 2 inches wide, but you could use a little bitty ribbon, but this is what I had on hand. And so what I first did here was I trimmed it down. So I cut down a piece probably about this big, right? So I started with that. Then what I did was, this is wire. So these have wires. So it's going to kind of work like a bread tie off a bag. So that's how we're going to use it. So what I was able to do is trim it. So what I did, whenever I cut it down to size, I folded it over just like that, probably about 1/4 of an inch or so. And then I trimmed all the way around. So I bent it over so that way I could see where to cut. And then I just trimmed both sides, right? So which gave me one long piece like this. Then I cut it in half. So it gave me 4 pieces. So I did that to both sides, gave me 4 pieces. Then I was left with this center piece here, which has no more wire. And so what I did was I figured out how big I wanted my bow to be, which was something like this. Okay. So then I trimmed it down. Then I took those, repeated it 4 times, easy peasy. So what you're going to do for the little bitty bow, if you do this, once you have it cut, you're going to squeeze it and then just tie a piece of string around it. So that's all I did here was I tied an itty bitty piece of string to recreate this teensy tiny bow. So with this bow, I have not decided yet, but I'm either going to stick it on top of the carrot somewhere right about in here, or maybe even up here on the ear. I'm just not sure what I want to do yet. I'll figure that out with our first one, because with these, they're going to work like a zip tie, like I said. So we'll be able to feed these in and wrap them around. So I'm using these adorable little candies like this. I'm sure you guys have seen them over the years. My favorite are these Reese's Pieces ones because they're all orange. I really love it. It's this orange little carrot here. But this year I seen they had white ones, so we did those as well. So this is really cute because we can really maneuver this bag. So it's got these little bunny ears to make the bunny ears be in front when we tie it. Same here. We've got some grass to work with. So you could also even, the ones that come in the tubes, so they're like at Christmas time, you get them almost like a candy cane shape. You could tie them on there. Once again, if you made somebody a mug as a gift, you could tie it on there. Tons and tons of ideas to do with these. Now today, what we're going to be testing out as well. So I have my hot glue gun for these, for the bows. But if you're not adding bows, you don't need that. If you're just layering the cardstock here, you're just going to need some 3D foam squares or dots. So today I'm actually using these. These are from the Dollar Tree. I'm using the squares. My highly recommend tip here is, if you're going to buy these from the Dollar Tree, if you get the circle ones, they come with 264, where the squares come with 528. So you're going to get more bang for your buck. But with this, I may need to cut these in half to make them fit perfectly. So we're going to be using the squares today. Number one, which means we're going to test it out and see if this is a product worth purchasing for $1. These are definitely cheaper than if you went to purchase them at Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. So you're definitely going to save purchasing. Comes with 2 packs, like I said, for 528 squares. So we've got these here. So we've got our cardstock. Like I said, I've cut these out. Now you could definitely just take something like the Tombow glue or your glue gun, and you could just lay these flat like this. So you have like a 3-dimension still, or we can do the foam squares, which is what I'm going to do, which is going to pop these up and make it look totally different. Another thing is you could put a piece of clear acetate under this layer when you go to put it, and you could definitely have like a shaker card. That would be really cute as well. So let's go ahead and get started here. So what we're going to do is with our back layer here, we're going to go ahead and take a couple of these foam squares. And what I'm doing is I'm flipping over the whole layer. So this one's going to go here. I'm going to put the foam squares right on top of this one here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a few of these in here just to kind of help support it. So just something about like this. All right. And so then now we're going to go backwards and peel all of these pieces. So far what I'm getting is these are just as good as if you purchased them from your local craft store or Amazon. So you cannot beat it. These are from the dollar store. I do believe they carry cardstock as well. I do have all of the supplies I'm using today linked down below for y'all. But you can purchase, pretty much purchase all of this from the Dollar Tree. I do believe they have things like this there as well. They have ribbon, they have hot glue guns and glue sticks. So you can get everything from the Dollar Tree to create this craft. So what we're going to do now is we are going to layer up this one here. All right. Just like so. And so now that's going to give us, you see how that's starting to pop out there? It's giving us some dimension. So it's taking this off and it's picking it up. All right, so now we're going to do our next layer here. Once again, with it flipped over, I'm going to go ahead and come in here, and I'm just going to get them wherever I can to get it to support it. So I think I might be able to get it in here without seeing it. So we're going to try that and just see what that does. So for this layer, we're just going to have the 4 pieces. And this should be plenty enough to support us. So 2 on top, 2 on bottom. You could definitely cut these in half to place one here and here, there and there if you wanted to, if you feel like you need more support. All right, so we're almost there. We've got 2 more pieces here. And I was able to cut all 4 of these. I could have actually done, 4 of these. So I could do probably 5 or 6 per 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So you could definitely get a lot of these by using, and obviously your 4 layers of colors. You can create several of these with one 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. So you guys are starting to see that come to life there. All right, so let's go ahead and come in with that last layer here. All right, I think we can get 2 up here at the top on our ears. Once again, I'm just trying to get them where I can. And then this time I'm going to go ahead and show y'all cutting some of these. And I think I'm going to try to do it with it on this just to kind of help support it. That worked out really good. So now I'm going to come down here and get 1 at the bottom here and 1 here. And I'm actually going to get 1 more right up here. Whoop. Right. So I think 1 here should be pretty good. I think this should be enough support. So we got the tops here and you can't see it through. So I was able to do that. And here we go. Like I said, this would be so fun to make a shaker card with. All right, here we go. We are almost there. Got 1 more. I think that's what takes the longest is peeling off the backs here. All right, so we're gonna layer this guy up just like so. So there was our last layer. Look at how gorgeous this is. Absolutely pretty. I really love the 3 dimension of this. So now let's put it together. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to end up putting my bow right up here at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So just figuring out which side I want to put down. And we're going to get just a little bit of glue right here on the back side of our bow. All right, there we have it. So I'm just putting it just kind of right there below her ear. So we're kind of trying to get it into a girl bunny, if you will. And then now we're going to come in with this, which is, like I said, kind of like our little zip tie now. And, you know, I think they do make the 1-inch ribbon or even 1/2 inch, and it has the same, you know, if you wanted to do a small one. But I was able to get 4 pieces the way that I did it. So I'm going to go ahead and fish this through here. You could even save your bread ties and do that as well if you wanted to. So we're going to go ahead and fish this guy through, like I said. And then we're going to go ahead and wrap it around. I'm going to go ahead and show you one right here. So like I said, see how this is, and I'm able to just kind of get it on here like a little zip tie. And I can always come up further on the bag if I wanted to, so that way we could see a little bit more of that carrot. I'm trying to figure out where I want this to be. I think we're going to do something on the side here. So now what I'm doing with that wire is I'm just twisting it. So something about like so. Just kind of doing a little twist, and I'll probably even just kind of bring this around. We could probably just, you know, maybe even tuck it behind and create almost this little piece here. And with these, you can kind of manipulate them and fold them and have it something about like that. How adorable is this? Would this not make such a great gift? This would be perfect if you were gifting these for the office and you drop these down into a coffee mug. That would be super cute as well. But even just to gift these to somebody, you could add their name right here on the back. We could have our Cricut right here on the back before we had you know, so in that same layer, we could have had the Cricut right because it didn't matter which way it was flipped. We could have had it write the name to and from to gift these to a teacher. Or if you wanted to pass these out in your classroom to all of the students, I just think it's adorable. Once again, a clear piece of acetate in the middle, you could definitely create this to be a shaker card. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you guys have found some inspiration along the way. Keep in mind, if you guys recreate this, we would love to see. Make sure you use the hashtag design bundles, and we will have to check it out. So if you guys have enjoyed this, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.